Hey, what's up you guys? It's Mike Nardi here with a little bit of a different type of video for you all today. Today we're going to be talking about AI copywriting tools, what AI copywriting tools are, and whether or not they might replace real-world copywriters in the near future. Like, could we just buy an AI copywriting tool and sell the copy it spits out to paying clients and make a fortune? That's what we're talking about today. So AI copywriting tools are broadly categorized by any software solution or tool that spits out written content that's been generated all or in some part by artificial intelligence. There are a bunch of different tools on the market and they all generally do more or less the same thing. They can spit out various forms of content, things like blog posts, website content, Facebook ads, sales emails, marketing emails, tweets, honestly, whatever. They're all advertised to be pretty broad reaching and can either write this stuff on their own or assist you in writing this stuff yourself. So generally how they work is you put in a bit of context or a description of the type of copy you want written. Then in a lot of cases you'll select the tone you want the content to be produced in, specify any SEO or keywords you want the AI tool to bake into the content, and then you specify the type of content, like whether it's an email, a blog post, a sales page. You specify what you want the tool to spit out for you. And generally, once you put in all that information, these tools will put out a piece of copy based on what you specified. That's awesome, right? Well, yeah, like if these tools can put out copy that's as good as what a copywriter puts out, I think it's a no-brainer that this could be a huge money-making opportunity. There's just so many expensive and time-consuming copywriting tasks that this could automate. Like, take a blog for instance. You could put out one long-form piece of content every day, one blog post every day without spending a minute writing it yourself. You could also use it for things like writing daily marketing emails or different marketing campaigns that you or your clients' businesses can use to acquire new clients, and that's something that's pretty expensive to hire out as well. Basically, if these tools work the way they say they work, this would replace so many expensive and time-consuming copywriting tasks that are normally hired out to freelancers like me. So my big question is, why isn't everybody already using these tools? Personally, I think it's because these AI copywriting tools just aren't good enough to replace an experienced copywriter, and I don't think they're going to be for quite some time. And believe me, this isn't just a biased opinion because I happen to be a copywriter. Here are a couple reasons why I think that's the case. The first thing that I think is really lacking with AI copywriting tools is I just don't feel it has the ability to write impactful copy. AI tools just can't incorporate things like empathy, opinions. They can't compare and contrast current world events in the same way that a human writer can. Like, have you ever spent the time to read a piece of AI generated copy? Unless it's something super simple like a product description or a Facebook ad, it just doesn't really sound human to me. And this is important because this is essentially what copywriting is all about. It's all about sounding human because its intended purpose is to connect with other humans. So until these AI copywriting tools develop to the point where they can do this, where they can fake human emotion, fake, just the consciousness that a human writer has and puts into their work, I really think that these AI copywriting tools are going to have a hard time replacing, real life copywriters for anything other than just simple short form pieces of content. The second reason I think that AI copywriting tools are in no position to replace human copywriters yet has to do with editing. So as a copywriter myself, and I'm sure a lot of you copywriters watching would agree, I don't see any situation where I would take a piece of AI generated copy and send it to a client without proofreading and editing it first. It's interesting, right? Because I know that most copywriters, myself included, we kind of write and edit all at once. Like, as we're working our way through a piece, we're editing it at the same time. It's all one process. So if using AI copywriting tools for client projects means I need to go through and potentially edit an entire piece of copy, like an entire project every time, I could see this just becoming more work and more time than just writing it myself in the first place. Because if these tools throw in certain sentences that just don't work or don't sound human, that might create a situation where I have to rethink the whole piece, because typically a piece of copy, it's like you're telling a story. It all has to work together. And if an AI tool is like mixing and matching certain pieces that just don't make sense, that sounds like a lot of work when it comes to editing. So yeah, for me, it's these two things that have me thinking that AI copywriting tools are not going to be a replacement for flesh and blood copywriters, at least for the next little while. I'm even planning on going so far as to sign up for some of these AI copywriting tools and test them a little more thoroughly to give a really fair opinion of where exactly I think they're at currently. So we'll see. I'll keep you all posted if any of these tools that I end up testing churn out anything worth our attention that implies that they might be a good replacement for certain paid copywriting tasks. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to subscribe too so you don't miss a future video. Until next time, cheers.